Then there were four. ESPN Plus welcomes you.
With Long Beach State's Moni Nikolov, the 6'10" true freshman setter, is one of the best players in the country right now. He can truly do it all on the court. He was just recently named the 2025 AVCA National Collegiate Player of the Year. Now for Pepperdine, we have to keep an eye out for Ryan Barnett. He's been the clear offensive leader. He's nearing 400 kills on the season.
A lot of star-studded lineups on both teams. Long Beach State able.
First set, but Ryan Barnett, who we just highlighted, said what makes us unique is that when it gets close and everyone gets tense, our team thrives. And that's exactly what they did on Thursday night, coming back to win in 4.
The Beach gonna have first serve, and why not start out with Nikolov, who currently leads the country in service aces, now with 97 on the
miles per hour. So history of playing one another even in the preseason, but they have not played since January 26th, so a lot can change in a few months.
Swing across, and gonna be a kill for Nato Dickinson. Back now for Long Beach State, junior opposite, Skylar Varga. That hits the net's gonna be a service error. And
stick to what they know best. That's what Coach Alan Knipe told us. He said they don't want to rise to the level of the occasion, but fall on their training.
Nice swing, dug out. And the other way is Haver, and a kill for him.
The last time these two teams faced off back in January, Long Beach State won in 5 sets, but they're always very competitive when they face each other.
Barnett set and blocked in the middle. Here's a swing now from Kanda. Kept alive, deep. And then a quick set there, gonna lead to a point for the Beach. 9 kills on Thursday. The Ohio State transfer now dominating with the Beach. Set over middle, and a nice kill there from James Eady. Eady back to serve as well, the sophomore middle blocker from Newport Beach, California. Swung over on the double block. Point going to be credited to Long Beach State.
There will be a media timeout whenever the first team reaches 15 points. Unless a team calls a timeout before then, that will count as the media timeout.
Dickinson was one to serve there. That one flies right into the booth. Bunch of Beach players running over, but not going to be there in time. Too far out.
The Beach players chase that one down.
Last time these two met was all the way back on January 26th, where Long Beach State took the Waves to 5-1. That gets over the double block, and Kanda will be credited for the kill.
That's his second kill so far of set 1. The assist to Nikolov.
Nikolov has a few of those heading into tonight's match. 1,030 assists on the season. That hit into the far corner. Now a floater and a tip. Gonna be a point for the. And that Long Beach front line is tough and tall as they come. Pepperdine's really gonna have to bring it all right in front of the net. Serve from Haver, going to be a service error on him. 6-5, 1 point game.
Coach Winder of Pepperdine said serving was something they really needed to focus on to be successful tonight. He said being aggressive with their serve, but there is a fine line between aggression and making sure you limit service errors.
It's going to be under and going to get a point for the Waves. And especially against a team like the Beach, you definitely don't want to make too many mistakes, especially in a row against them.
Exactly, because the Beach will capitalize on all of those errors. You know, although they have played a lot in preseason and throughout the season, it's kind of like a brand new match out here today.
And from the net, Nikolov gets blocked back with the double block. Credited to Barnett and Edie.
Pepperdine is off to an amazing start. They're not letting up at all on Long Beach State. Even though the Beach, they're that #1 seed, #1 ranked.
Nikolov with the set down for Varga for the kill. Awards on both sides. Nikolov pretty much has every single one of them.
He does. He joins his older brother Alex as just the second player in AVCA history to win. There we go, big ace from Nikolov as we're hyping him up over here. He is quickly approaching 100 aces on the season. He's at 98 right now, but we'll get another look at that one. As we were saying, he's the second player along with his brother to win Newcomer of the Year and National Collegiate Player of the Year awards in the same season. So if anything, that shows you just how talented this true freshman is.
Gonna be a service error on Nikolov there, but yeah, not a bad set of accolades for being a true freshman.
Exactly, but you know, Coach Knight told us, although he's a true freshman, he has so much experience playing at such a high level that he's almost like a veteran player in terms of years of service.
It's gonna get down near close to the net for a kill. Long Beach State gonna serve back. That was courtesy of Skylar Varga once again.
Long Beach State, they have worked with their lineup a lot. Every few weeks, Coach Knipe said they tried something new, and they have found that this rotation seems to be working to their advantage.
Set deep, now Singh, double block back. Pepperdine gonna have another attack. Harkey just tips that one over, and Harkey gets his first kill today.
We'll get another look at that one. Long Beach State just didn't move quickly enough, and Pepperdine's doing an excellent job offensively. They're hitting .714 so far. Long Beach State only hitting about .455.
Cole Harkey, true freshman, never dominant player, 6'11", outside hitter, had 11 kills last night. That swing gets blocked, but hit towards the middle. Swing and double block down. Nikolov with a backward set, tips it over. We got a rally going. That with a triple block, and Long Beach State will get the point. And all early in set #1. Pepperdine having to take down a lot of ranked opponents with UCLA and USC in the MPSF, and then taking down Loyola Chicago, who won the MIVA back on Thursday.
There we go, kind of with his third kill so far of the day.
It's a junior middle blocker, Ben Braun, back to serve. That one barely doesn't clear the net, so we're going to see a service error on the Beach.
Great to see such a highly competitive first set.
And Hannah, I think we're still waiting on Nikolov to develop that running hook shot that Magic Johnson used to have.
Exactly. You know what? He should have it in no time. He can do just about everything.
Maybe we see a roll shot tonight. Close enough. The setter, Gabe Dyer, with the serve. Nikolov with the set. Tips over, bounces all the way back. Dickinson gonna get the kill.
He's got 3 kills so far, so does Candiv. Each have 3 apiece now. 10 kills now for Long Beach State, so they have officially surpassed Pepperdine, who only has 9. So, like I said, they were taking just a bit to get their offense going.
Service error on Varga, and that was close to clearing.
Make that 6 service errors so far.
Are somewhat familiar. They play each other quite a bit. They haven't played since January 26th. Maybe a little bit of a feeling out phase.
fresh slate for both teams.
That gets swung down for Dickinson, but going to be an attack error on him. Pepperdine has a lead up to 3 now. It's going to force Long Beach State to take their first of 2 timeouts. We'll take one, and a big reason why they're up is the service errors on the beach side.
Yeah, you know, Long Beach State, they have 6 service errors, like we said. Varga has 2, and then a handful of other players have 1 apiece. They have to clean that up.
Set to Kendev. Going to be an attacking error on him. Pepperdine up 4.
Pepperdine's blocking has been outstanding. They've been aggressive.
That front line has some size on the wave side. Here's Barnett with the serve. That one touches the paint.
Now, how can Long Beach take advantage of that Pepperdine error? That's what they need to do. Pepperdine has kept this lead all throughout the first set. But we know what Long Beach is capable of.
Dane Hillis subbing in for Ben Braun on this serve. Junior outside hitter from San Clemente, California. Cross set, triple block back, and Pepperdine gonna get the point after that block from Long Beach State.
Long Beach still has 1 timeout to use if they need it. Just hits off the block.
Feels like ever since the end of that second set against Loyola Chicago, Pepperdine has just been on a roll.
Exactly. You know, after that first set when they fell, they said they really focused on their serve and pass game.
Off the back of Nikolov, another point for the Waves.
And that got the...
Toon, the sophomore outside hitter from Honolulu, Hawaii. There's the righty swing. Set down, Varga up the hands of Dyer, and Varga gonna get a kill.
Varga with his 3rd kill. Long Beach gets that coach's point out of the timeout to cut the lead to just 4 points.
So Dickinson coming out of the game momentarily. That's gonna set up Connor Bloom at the service line. Junior outside hitter from Huntington.
Now, McRaven did not have any kills in set 1. So this is a way to get things going in set 2 with a big kill, and then he heads back to serve.
So the Beach get the first point, but answering back, Edie. And then on Pepperdine's side, what do you think that they did right there in that first set?
They only had 2 attacking errors, and they were able to get a lot of their offense involved, especially Haver, 5 kills. What a way to get things going.
Double block from Haver and Edie. Seems like their blocks have been executed better too there in that first set, now leading into set number 2.
They're doing a great job of reading Long Beach's offense, which, like we said, Pepperdine said pregame, they weren't too stressed because they've played these guys a lot, even in the preseason.
Swing brought down that time by Varga.
That ball came sailing over our way. We're being extra cautious down here on the court. We know how hard they hit the ball. I've been on the receiving end only once. I took one to the head on accident when I was down here doing an interview, so I don't want a repeat of that, especially from Nikolov.
We saw one here on Thursday as well. Hard swing over the double block towards the back line. Set and swung on by Varga. Nice dig out there from Dyer. Gets it back over the net. Nikolov swatting down is Braun, and he's going to get a kill. Nikolov back out the line for the Beach. Has their lone service ace so far. That one's going to be an error on him, and we're going to have an even.
He's nearing 100 aces on the season. But not much room for those errors for Long Beach today.
James Edie on the serve. Set up, gets over the 2 defenders. Gonna be a kill for Dickinson.
We see another look at Dickinson. He's been outstanding, 4 kills so far. He's only hitting 182 though. He does have 2 errors.
Set from Dyer, swung down, going out of bounds. Gonna get a kill for the Waves. Here's Cole Hartke again. As we mentioned, 6'11" freshman outside hitter from Barrington, Illinois. It's that one over the net. Set up, swung on hard, bounced out of bounds, got to get it over. Premier opportunity for the Beach off the block, somehow kept alive, and a swing on the block. What a play by Haver.
The momentum that Pepperdine is showing right now, they're getting the entire arena involved and feeding off of that energy. And like you said, ever since they dropped set 1 to Loyola Chicago, there's been a fire in them. They have not let up.
Well, it looked like the Waves were out of system there for a minute too, and thought for sure Long Beach State would take advantage of that opportunity, but just what a play by Eli Haver. We'll see Ben Braun again. Set back to Hartke and gonna be a kill. 39 total attacks back on Thursday. Leading the team with 9 tonight. Haver with the serve, Haver with the error.
We knew there was going to be a higher level of competition as we made it to the Final Four. Long Beach State, they defeated Fort Valley State in just 3 sets. But now we know they're at least going to have to fight for 4 as a big kill from Watson.
Welcome to the party, Ethan Watson.
There we go, Watson with his 4th kill. And again, he's another one of those players for Pepperdine that has no errors. So when we talk about that consistency that Pepperdine is showing, Watson so efficient.
4 kills tonight for Watson, had 4 blocks on Thursday. There's McRaven. It seems like we're getting McRaven more and more involved here in the second set.
Exactly, 2 kills for McRaven. Like we said, in set 1, he wasn't very involved. No kills, no attacks.
It's going to be service error number 9 for the Beach now.
Nine service errors, but yet they're hanging right in there. They're keeping it close.
Glove with a set. Hard swing from Varga. Goes off the hands of Hartke, so they're going to even it back up at 8. Pepperdine were to win tonight, they would make it their 12th championship appearance. The other side would be Long Beach State's 11th. Here's Varga over the line. Gonna go to Pepperdine off of the attack error. It seems like Varga had the opening there to land it, but
he did. We'll get another look. It's a great cross-court shot. He had that open spot, but it's just a little too wide. Nikolov with just his 2nd kill so far, but keeping him involved is so important. He'll go back to serve now. Nikolov has what is believed to be the fastest recorded serve in NCAA history at 84 miles per hour.
He's back to serve. Hard hit, but going to be a service error on the freshman.
And for reference, that one came in at 75 miles per hour. So picture 9 miles per hour faster. Wow.
James Eady fails to clear the ball over the net. Maybe Pepperdine's 9th service error now tonight.
All tied up, competitive second set we've seen. In case you're just tuning in, Pepperdine did take set 1 25-20.
Ball skips on top of a net. Swing is up. Nikolov sets it over, tip. And that time, kill going to be credited to Kandev.
Kandev with his 4th kill of the night. Long Beach will take the lead with this one. Just falls right off the block.
Just like set 1, never tightly contested match. Almost halfway through here in set 2. Swung by Hartke on the back line, diving effort from Nikolov. Swing over, out, and an attack error, that time by Kandev. And off of that swing from Hartke there, Nikolov diving on the ground and took him a second to get up, so kind of got Long Beach State out of position there. This set, hard swing, and what a bounce back from Kandev.
Exactly, from an error to a kill, 5 kills so far for Kandev. We're seeing a game of back and forth here with the lead, but Long Beach taking the lead yet again.
Kandev, all Big West first team, also made of all freshman team in the Big West. Swing from Hartke, tipped up to the back line, kept alive somehow by Varga. Swing from Kandev on the back line, touches bar net. That's going to be a timeout for Pepperdine. Long Beach State up 2 here on ESPN+. 2 after.
This is the biggest lead that Long Beach has been able to establish, just 2 points, and that'll show you how strong Pepperdine has been.
It's an quick swing. Kept alive on Pepperdine's end, and a double block there. Point going to be credited to the Waves, though.
Yeah, that one's going to go to the Wave. They'll get the coach's point out of that timeout.
To be a kill for them initially. Here's Haver. Boom down again, and what a second set Alex Kandev has had.
7 kills, and it seems like he's just now getting started. He needed that first set to warm up a bit.
Well, it feels like if you are Pepperdine, you're going to have to start watching that corner because there hasn't been a lot of blocking attempts on Kandev throughout these past few kills for him.
Exactly, and right before this serve here, the down official actually waved Long Beach's bench back as we see a huge kill from Watson. 5 kills so far for Watson, still no errors. But as I was saying, they were waving Long Beach's bench backwards because that'll show you how involved the bench gets. They play a huge role, almost just as big of a role as the players that are on the court. They keep the energy high here, and if the call does not go in your favor, you lose that challenge. Now, like I said, we were already at the end of set 2, and neither team had pulled a single challenge yet, so why not call it here? But it seems like that was a quick deliberation. They came to their decision. Long Beach State is still going to take set 2, so now Pepperdine has lost one of their challenge cards. They'll head into set 3 with just 2 remaining. 30 kills so far, so he has almost had half of their offensive production. So how can they keep feeding him? That has to be their focus here. Really important for Long Beach State to take that second set to even things up. Pepperdine has been solid offensively as well. They're hitting .442. Defensively, things are pretty equal. has for Long Beach, so pretty even matchup there as well.
Harris McRaven, senior middle blocker from Honolulu, Hawaii, serves us off. Diving play, Nikolov gets it over. Set to Barnett, gets over the net. Varga setting up Nikolov, tries tipping it over, gets blocked on that. Still on Long Beach State's side, and there's a swing from Nikolov that's kept alive. Here's Varga now. Gets over the net. Hartke now. To Nikolov, to Varga, bounces at an awkward angle, and Skylar Varga kicks it off. And set 3.
There we go. Like you said, Nikolov to Varga. Nikolov so involved offensively throughout that play. Coach told us he looks like he should be an opposite. He looks like he should be an opposite hitter, but nope, he just sets up the opposite hitters.
Swung down, tough bounce, rolls out of bounds on fingertips of Pruitt. Well, it gives you so much value, too, if you're Long Beach State, when you have a guy who can set so effectively and also get the ball over the net and serve all in one.
Yeah, he's got 3 kills, 2 aces, 7 digs, and 25 assists.
So down by Pruitt, goes off of the hands of Reed that time.
In case you're just tuning in, Pepperdine took set 1. Long Beach fought back and won set number 2. At the end of that set, Pepperdine did use one of their challenge cards, so they have 2 left to use. Long Beach has all 3.
Beach up early in set 3. Nikolov with the serve. Dug down by Barnett. Swung over, blocked at the line, still on the wave side. Second effort, shot good that time. Eli Aver.
Condiv just a little bit off on his timing there as he dove down to try to get underneath that one, but not successful.
James Eady back to serve, even at 2. Winner of this set will take the 2-1 advantage heading into set 4. Gonna hit the net. Point for Long Beach State.
Last time these 2 teams faced off, it did go into 5 sets. Long Beach came out on top, but this is about what you can expect at this level of volleyball. Very competitive back and forth.
Varga with the serve. Hard hit to the back line. Set up, swung on by Haver. He'll get the kill.
Haver, 9 kills so far, only 1 air. He has been the leader for Pepperdine's offense. Let's get one more look. He's able to break through the block.
Split the C with that swing. Galarkey with the serve. Nikolov sets backwards to Varga, kept alive. Tip over, blocked back. Hartke hustled over, not going to be there in time. Freshman middle blocker, 6'7" Pruitt. Up with the serve. Propped up to Hartke, he swings. Off Nikolov, Varga with the set. Swing down from Dickinson, blocked, but over the net. So going to be another point. Long Beach State with a 2-point lead now.
Long Beach State will get the kill on that one as Pruitt is back to serve. He has 1 kill so far today, 2 blocking assists.
Swung on hard by Watson, gets tipped up. That's why it went so far back. 7 hit percentage in this game. Back at the line to serve.
McRaven with one of the biggest kills of the night. 4 so far for the middle. Wow.
He's done a great job of finding the soft spots on that front line.
Power and placement for McRaven. He's hitting 600.
Maybe a service error that time on Dickinson.
Just like I said, once Long Beach.
Senior libero, 6'3" from Newport Beach, California. Set from Nikolov, instead dumps it over.
Nikolov finds his 4th kill of the night. Sends it sailing over. That's his classic move, and Pepperdine has done a great job of reading him on it. But he finds success.
Nikolov that time catching the blockers sleeping. Bainev with the serve with the lefty swing. Pancake by Barnett. Now the other side blocked away. Hit up in the air. Barnett gets it across. Sets it back. Varga with a swing, and he'll get the kill off of it. flick of a wrist. Long Beach State up 4.
Varga, he held that flick of the wrist up for a long time. It wasn't about power there. We'll get another look. Sends almost just a little tap to the back row.
Nev again. Doesn't clear the net that time. Pepperdine gets it within 3.
More attacking errors, yet they're still staying in the lead.
Dyer, the UC San Diego transfer. There'll be another dump from Nikolov, and the Waves are going to have to try to stop that.
There we go, 5 kills for Nikolov. As we said, that's his go-to move. Pepperdine was doing a great job of reading him, but he finds success back-to-back times.
Well, and he only pulled out that move once before that. There's the set. Hard swing from Barnett. Goes through the arms of Conde. It seems like whenever Pepperdine needs a point or two, Barnett steps in and gets it done.
Barnett has done a great job.
Swung on hard, and no one able to get it back over. Dickinson with the kill.
Four-point lead now for Long Beach. And we've got Nikolov back to serve. He has 4 aces so far tonight. He has all 4 of Long Beach's aces. Now, 2 different times tonight when Nikolov was serving, Pepperdine decided to use one of their timeouts. Smart decision to try to break his momentum. So we'll see if they choose to do that. If he gets a service run, Pepperdine has 1 more timeout to use.
Put up cleanly. Hard swing off the hands of Larson.
They won't need a timeout to break his service run. They'll get the job done all on their own as Edie's back to serve now.
Larson had his hands up, but Haver with a lot of speed on his swing. Set, swung hard by Varga. He's going to get credit for the point. So now Long Beach State up 4, 20-16. If you're Pepperdine, when do you use that final timeout?
You know, I think they've got to let it go at least a couple more points. But they don't want this third set to slip away from them too much. Keep in mind they also have 2 challenge cards they can use. As again, Long Beach kills their own momentum with the service error. Make that 19 on the night.
Gonna have a substitution. Dyer out, Mazur in. With Hartke to serve. And how about the chemistry with his setter?
Amazing chemistry. Nikolov seems to have great chemistry with all his setters, and coach has credited him for his competitiveness. As we said, just a true freshman, but you'd never know it. He has so many years of experience under his belt at playing at a very high level of volleyball.
Set up again to Dickinson. Goes out of bounds on the attacking end. Want to win this set to put Pepperdine away, because when they're hot, they are really tough to stop.
Exactly. You don't want to force this into a 5th set. You want to take care of it now while you can.
McRaven gets it over. Set and swing by Javier. Blocked back, but goes out of bounds.
Pepperdine yelling to the crowd, asking them to get loud.
Really great turnout here in the Cavelli Center from all 4 fan bases. Swung by Dickinson, skies over, into the bleachers.
Again, a game of back and forth, really highly skilled players on both teams. Very competitive. As McRaven is back for Long Beach. Almost aces that one.
Swap back by Hartke. The set and swing again by the freshman. Waves not able to get it over. Finally do. And in good fashion, Haver with the kill.
There we go. Haver pounds on his chest for that one as he notches his 12th kill of the evening.
Met at the net. Nikolov gonna get the better.
Moni Nikolov gets his 6th kill and then heads back to serve. As we know, he is dangerous from behind the service line. Came into tonight with 97 aces on the season. Now he's sitting at 101 aces.
Serve kept up, flung down on, one-handed by Larson to keep us alive. Nikolov swings it over. Sent over to Barnett. Tips it across. Kill for Ryan Barnett.
Here we go. Pepperdine takes the lead yet again. Both teams still have both of their timeouts to use, and they each have 2 challenge cards apiece. If no timeouts are called before we get to that 15th point, we'll step aside for a media timeout, and both teams will have a chance to regroup.
Swung by Dickinson. Hit back to the beach. He'll get another try, but misses that one. Ball too high.
Isaiah Pruitt, he only has 2 kills so far, but he has 2 blocking assists as well. So he's made his presence known defensively.
Skylar Varga back to serve. It's off with Riley. Swung on by Hartke. Misses that one, attack error.
There was a touch on that ball. Pepperdine seems confident. They pull out that green card and they say, let's take another look.
Well, and we saw the officials all kind of glance at each other just to double.
They take, it means they're a little bit uncertain. A touch call is very hard to make because it is so challenging to tell if the hand hit the ball here, especially when it can just graze the fingertips. I mean, that's a tough call to make, and they are definitely taking a little bit of extra time to deliberate.
Well, and at some point, it's just a split of pixels, too.
Very smart for Pep. And then teams are awarded an additional challenge card if the match goes to a 5th set. But they just cannot exceed 3. Let's look again from a different angle to see if there was a touch on the block. Again, just a tough call to make, even when you slow it down, which seems that the officials are having a tough time deciding as well, as they are still deliberating this call.
Well, and that side angle, kind of tough to see, too, because it looks like the ball's going straight into the hand of the blocker.
Exactly, but a decision has been made. There was a touch. So that point is going to go to Pepperdine. Not to mention, they'll get to keep that challenge card, so they still have 2 remaining. Pepperdine has now been successful on 2 separate challenges.
Whole lot of 2s because the Waves are now up 2 against the Beach as well, 11-9.
And that right there goes to show you how powerful winning a challenge is. 2-point advantage.
Cole Hartke with a serve. Goes into the strings. And now time for Long Beach State perhaps to tie it up with the Waves.
Another serving substitution for the Beach. Peluso will come in. This is his 2nd time coming in to serve tonight.
Swung by Watson down to the ground quickly. And after that serve, we'll see Pruitt come back in. Well, we were talking to Coach Knipe as well. He talked about finding the right system just because there have been so many moving pieces this year for the Beach.
As we see a service error for Pepperdine. But yeah, as you said, he was telling us that it's about finding the right balance of the serve and pass game. You can talk to just about any head coach in college volleyball and they'll tell you what's the key to success? The serve and pass game. It's as easy as that, but it's not quite as easy as it seems to find that right balance.
Swung on hard, kept alive by Varga. Up to Watson again, sent back that time. Let's see the set again, this time to Hartke. And what a kill from the true freshman.
Pepperdine refusing to let this match end in 4 sets, doing everything they can to force this into a 5th as they keep this 2-point lead with Watson back to serve.
Larson to Nikolov. Larson has to hit it over. Set swung on by Hartke. Contact keeps it on the Beach side. Nikolov over to McRaven. Now Watson. Set, swung on, over. Kondev extends. Kondev gonna get a swing afterwards, and he's gonna get a kill.
What a kill, but we cannot talk about that entire series without crediting Larson of Long Beach, the libero. He was all over that back row, keeping everything in play. He's been outstanding. 4 digs so far. Make that 5 after that play.
Yeah, on that dig, he had to slide all the way to the front to keep the rally alive for the Beach, and it paid dividends.
It did. He's been all over the court. They wouldn't be successful without him.
Swung on, point to Pepperdine, went off of Dickinson. Waves hold on to their setter. Graduate, 6'5" from San Clemente, California, Gabe Dyer. Nikolov over to Varga, goes out of bounds off of a block, and that's gonna be a point for the Beach.
The Beach trying to close the gap just a little more.
Between Kondev and Dickinson, 31 kills tonight.
Nikolov and Pruitt said not today.
Tied up, and Hartke really gave it his all on that swing, just blocked back. 14-14. Swung down to the ground. Pepperdine going to hit 15 first. They have a 1-point advantage over Long Beach State. And we'll be right back after this media timeout in the semifinal round for the NCAA tournament.
Like you said, that was the media timeout. Both teams still have 2 timeouts to use as we approach this second half of the 4th set. A must-win 4th set for Pepperdine.
Haver was one serving, and pinpoint swing there from the freshman Pruitt.
Pruitt ties things up for Long Beach. He's come up effective in big moments. 3 kills, 3 blocking assists. As the best server out here tonight, Nikolov is behind the line again.
He shows why.
He'll ace that one. His 5th ace of the night. He has all 5 aces for Long Beach. 102 aces on the year, and that ace right there is going to force Pepperdine into a timeout. This is the 3rd time that when Nikolov is serving, Pepperdine is
breaking the record book with his last service ace, and he's back to the line again.
He has the most aces in a single season in the entire NCAA. He had already set the record for Long Beach State heading into tonight, but he said that's not enough. I'm going to keep it going.
Popped up in the air, dive, not in time. That was going to be a tough play to make.
He dives through, almost takes out Rachel, a member of our camera crew on ESPN+, but it seems like he might have hurt his knee a bit. He's bending down. in front of us now. His team going to surround him to make sure he's okay.
Appears to be that Monty Nikolov is okay.
He's all good to go. He is back in the game, toughing this one out.
Hit in disarray there, swung hard, but attack error by Con. Currently up 2-1. Pepperdine needs to win this, and it starts with a serve from Brendan Reed. Swung by Dickinson off the hands of Haver.
There we go. Long Beach ties it up yet again, and if Long Beach can win this fourth set, they will be advancing to the championship. So they're going to do everything they can not to play. 5 sets out here tonight.
Swatted down, and a gimme for Kondev.
Kondev, 17 kills. Absolutely unstoppable.
Towel crew showing up too. Skylar Varga back at the line for the Beach with the lead. There's a set from Dyer, swung by Barnett, and he got there for the kill.
The blocking attempt not successful. Barnett gets through aggressively with 11 kills on the night.
Cole Hartkey, 11 kills, 300 hit percentage tonight. Varga to Nikolov with a swing. It gets over from Watson. Set up, spike down, and hits the hand of Riley. So Pruitt gonna get a kill.
There we go. Like we said, Pruitt coming in clutch in those must-score moments. 4 kills so far. He doesn't have any errors, so he has a perfect
blocked at the line. Dickinson and McRaven in on that for the double block.
But that's going to be another challenge for Pepperdine. They are challenging that was a carry. That Barnett carried that one.
Could also potentially be, this kind of serves as an extra timeout as well in a very important situation, because if they lose this set, Long Beach State will advance.
That was a quick deliberation. Like we said, when it's pretty quick, the call is typically very clear. So that point is going to stick with Long Beach State. Pepperdine, they only have 1 challenge card left now. However, if this does go into a 5th, they'll be awarded 1 more. So looks like that challenge was that Long Beach State was led by Kondev with 19 kills. And this was the kill by Dickinson that sealed the deal. Headed to the NCAA Men's Volleyball Championship.